Anybody?
I know you got a little dinged up after the game. How are you feeling today? Let's start with that.
A little sore, but yeah, it'll be good to go by Sunday. So.
You don't want to be in positions, and every year is different, right? You started 3-1, had to dig yourselves out of some stuff. This year, it's injuries. Has been a factor, but offense has made good strides. What's the template? How do you continue to not make this go 4 games, 5 games, 6 games?
Yeah, it's just one obviously one singular game focus, but knowing that the bye weeks after this one is going to be a huge help for us to get some guys back. But yeah, offensively, and I'll just speak on that, is, I mentioned it after the game, was, leaving 3 points before halftime is a huge thing. So, and that goes back to, in the weeks prior of the turnovers that I had in the red zone or past the 50, making sure we're doing everything we can on offense to not leave points out there. And so that's what we're focused on, is finishing drives. Still trying to find some ways to get explosives. We're doing a good job of driving the ball on everybody, but need to finish, but need to find more explosives as well.
Kade Otton continues to show up for you. What has made that connection so great, especially at a time when you really need him?
Yeah, I mean, it's all Kade. A special player that, he's so smart. He knows where to be, knows exactly what we're trying to get done within whatever scheme we're calling, run or pass, and just he understands everything. So then you add in the physical traits that he has, and he's able to, showcase those in the last few weeks, and it's an all-around player that we have.
How much does intelligence help? Because I know I'd asked you a question about what you and Chris were able to kind of do improvisationally with the scramble drill and stuff, and you talked about his intel with that.
Yeah.
Just how much does that help a guy like Kade? And obviously it's a different position, and tight ends have a lot different responsibilities.
Yeah, intelligence in football does a lot for you, because at this level, obviously, you have to be physically gifted, but intelligence takes you to the next level, and Kade has that, and he understands, like I said, he understands what we're trying to get done and understands the concepts and everything that everybody else is doing, so he knows where he fits into it and how to get open.
He's no secret, obviously, to defenses you face, but he continues to put up big numbers, 3 straight weeks of 8 receptions or more. How does he find ways to keep getting open, when he is a target now?
Yeah, in man-to-man coverage, he's just doing a good job of winning. But in the zone stuff, he's understanding the soft spots in the zones, the timing of where he's at in the progression, and that's a big part of it. And then, yeah, he's just in this offense right now, we're distributing the ball, trying to get it to everybody. And so sometimes they're not keyed in on him. There's a couple third downs that did double cover him or tried to, and so the ball's going to go elsewhere. But, yeah, he understands where he fits in the progression really well.
He's been taking some pretty big hits as well.
Yeah, he's been taking some hits. I know he's looking forward to the bye week, a little bit of rest for his body as well.
I asked Coach Bowles about Ryan Miller, just, guy that's practice squad guy from Formula as a tight end. And you go to him in the biggest moment, he said, well, probably because nobody was probably going to cover him, that might be the best reason. But, just what have you work with so many receivers through this, with your top 3 guys out. Just what does Ryan give to you?
Another guy that's doing everything we ask of him. He's doing the right things, doing it on time. I talked about it after the game, but he's a guy that last year, sitting behind on P Squad the whole year, really trying to learn and grow physically as well, but is taking advantage of his opportunities, and that's what it's about. You never know when your opportunity is going to come, and he's taking full advantage of it, but that's credit to him of being locked in mentally, getting his body right and being ready to play.
You're not going to line up against Kyle Juszczyk on Sunday, but I think you teed it up with him at the Pro-Am in Lake Tahoe. Just curious what your relationship is with him.
Juice is a great guy. Obviously, extremely intelligent, well-rounded football player. He does everything for them on offense, and just kind of their secret weapon. Yeah, just a great guy that, smart, intelligent guy that you enjoy having a conversation with, and decent golf player.
I know you said that it really is about what you guys do. You can play pretty much, especially on offense, with anybody. But when you look at the San Francisco 49ers defense, what do you think is the biggest challenge for you guys, Baker?
Pass rush. It starts up front. Obviously, Bosa, unbelievable player. Got to know where he's at, and then they brought in Leonard Floyd, who's a great player as well, that has his own production. Just, the way they rush the passer, they're jetting upfield. That's their system. They teach those guys to rush straight upfield, and so got to know that. Got to be able to protect up front and get the ball out. And just, obviously Fred Warner's a guy that in the second level, unbelievable player. Flies around, really makes that defense go. tough to stop in the run game because he recognizes these plays so quickly. And so you got those guys, and in the secondary they got some veterans, and they have some young players that are playing really well for them right now. But their corners, Lenore and Ward, are scrappy players, good ball skills. So just got to be ready for all three levels.
I don't know if you were asked this, but did you lobby to go for 2 in that situation, knowing that Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes in overtime, and if you lose the coin toss, you may not get back?
Yeah, no, I didn't lobby for it. I mean, hindsight's 2020 when you look at it. It's had a little momentum there on the long drive. They were gassed a little bit, but yeah, hindsight's 2020. You're hoping to win the coin toss. I'm not a fan of the overtime rules. Obviously, it's gotten us twice now. So yeah, that's overtime rules. Not the best.
You had a pretty, pronounced reaction, I guess, at that coin toss. The cameras kind of caught that. At that point, did you really feel like the odds were against you guys?
Yeah, it just sucks not being able to have a chance to go win the game at that point. And not knowing that, but not getting the first shot at it is really the disappointing part, which is why, the coin toss kind of deciding what the game's going to do and the outcome of it. It is what it is.
Is the go for tails?
I did heads in Atlanta. Thought I'd switch it up. I think if I go back and talk to somebody, the odds to go for heads again is better. Also, the rain, the coin stuck in the mud. I think it might have had an extra bounce if it was dry. So, conditions, there's a lot that factors into it.
Your experience was kind of the toughest part of preparing on a short week. Is it the studying part, the recovery?
Yeah, it's a ton of mental work. Guys got to get their body right. And that's, when you do the walkthroughs like we did today, they're trying to allow us to recover as quickly as possible. But yeah, guys have to take the accountability to be locked in. We're not getting the full speed reps of over communicating, understanding when we're calling a certain pass play, what depth the route's at, with the timing of it and all that.
You seem to be very much an optimist. Next play mentality. As a leader on this team and a guy that your teammates really look to, what do you do? What do you say this week to kind of keep those spirits elevated despite having dropped 3 straight?
We've been in all these ball games. That's the thing. We've been in all these ball games. Now it's just about executing. And I think we know it's not adding pressure to this team, but we need this one. NFC opponent at home right before the bye week to change this thing, change the momentum, turn it around. This is a huge one for us, and it is what it is. And so just continuing to stress the importance of the details and just doing your job each play is the most important thing.
For you, is it kind of a buzzkill? I mean, you're leading the NFL in touchdown passes. You're having such a great year. You can throw for more than 4,500 yards, and yet you're struggling to win games. I mean, I don't know how much more a quarterback can do.
There's a lot more. You look at the games, some of the ones that we lost, there's been turnover problems. And so for me, it's, the most important thing is winning. And I'd rather have below average stats and a lot of wins than what I got right now. So it's about winning for me.
Okay, thank you.